welcome to this special Thursday night blitz. We've got a big show for you tonight. Plainview takes on Lone Grove, Kingston hosts Dixon, Ada plays Bishop Kelly, and Tishomingo gets Marietta. But let's begin in Ardmore, where the Tigers host Duncan. Big game. Jeremy Thomas is live at that one.
Indeed, it is a big game. You have the second-ranked Ardmore Tigers, the sixth-ranked Duncan Demons, coming here to Noble Stadium. Both teams undefeated, not only in the regular season, but in district play as well. And both teams trying to get ahead in that district standings. Homecoming in Ardmore, Michaela Bowser, your homecoming queen. King Cameron Pettis as Ardmore and Duncan vie for district supremacy. Tigers strike first in the first. Tiro Roberts on the triple option keep comes to the far side and takes it all the way for the 37-yard touchdown. Ardmore is up 7-0, and Coach Newby likes that. But Duncan would answer quickly. Ensuing possession, quarterback Jackson Grixton finds Roderick Standoaks over the middle, and there's a reason he won the 5A state titles in the 100 and 200-meter dash. That's a touchdown, and we're all tied up at 7. But just before the end of the first, Ardmore deep into Duncan territory on 4th and 5. Roberts finds Jermaine Scallion wide open in the corner of the end zone for the score. 20 yards, and the Tigers are back up 14-7. Then the defense showing up in a big way in the second. Duncan driving, putting pressure on the quarterback. Braden Bryant and Milik Ritchie are there to bring him down. Then on 4th down, Duncan trying to keep the drive alive. Standoaks on the end around, but an ambush of Tigers there to run him out of bounds before picking up the first. Then Ardmore starts to pile on in the third. The give to Cameron Pettis. He takes it in from 3 yards out. Later in the quarter, from 3 yards out, this time it's Ian Ross with the touchdown for the Tigers. And it's Ardmore with another big win. They take this one 34-7 over Duncan. And to talk about this big win tonight, we have head coach Josh Newby joining us again. Coach Newby, thank you again for your time and congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I mean, with this win, it definitely puts you guys in the driver's seat for the district. I mean, how great is it to get this win against an undefeated team in Duncan?
I'll tell you what, it was a good night. I was really proud of the way our kids responded in the second half. You know, it was a very tough game, 14-7 at half, and then we came out and responded correctly, reduced our ignorant penalties, and just proud of the kids for giving themselves a chance to earn, you know, a district title.
And that's something that I definitely wanted to talk to you about, is that second half. We've seen this team come out not only strong in the first half, but also even stronger in that second half. So I got to ask you, what are you telling the guys to get them fired up to get back out here in the second half?
Well, I'll tell you what, I thought our staff did an incredible job at halftime. Our offensive coordinator and offensive staff, you know, made some adjustments, and then Coach Naylor and our defensive staff, you know, got after the kids a little bit and said, let's respond correctly. So couldn't be more proud of the kids and the staff.
Still, huge game next week that you guys have. I mean, I know you guys have probably already started to look ahead a little bit to start preparing for it. Just tell us about what you're going to tell the guys here tonight to get ready for that game next week.
I'll tell you what, Noble, you know, we're going to Noble High School. They beat us out in the second round of the playoffs last year. So, you know, our kids are excited about it just because, you know, they got after us a little bit. But, you know, next week we'll just get back to trying to make Ardmore Tigers better, and we, you know, we'll send a message that we've got to earn things.
Coach Newby, thank you again for your time.
Right.
Congratulations
Yeah,
to you.
thank
34-7 the final score. Ardmore, huge win, and they are in the driver's seat in 5A1. David.
Yes, indeed they are. Another impressive showing there for Ardmore. Congratulations to the Tigers. The Kingston Redskins have been checking off all the boxes in their district race. They have a big win against Davis. Then they beat Colgate tonight. Another test with the Dixon Comets coming to town. Kingston with the home field against the Comets tonight. First quarter, Redskins with the ball, but they would cough it up on their opening possession, and Braden Hamilton is there for the Dixon recovery. The Comets get the stop early, but here comes Kingston on the next possession, looking to score on the halfback pass. Garrett Voiles downfield to Tyler Blanchard. That is a touchdown. Tommy Bear, genius move. Then second quarter now, Kingston gets on the board again. Riley Holmes, the quarterback, on the keeper from a yard out, making it 14-0. Then after a Dixon turnover, Kingston looking to make them pay. Voiles makes a guy miss, gets into the end zone. They would add a 2-point conversion to go up 22-0. Then after another Comet miscue, Kingston scores again. This time it's A.J. McKinney. You get the idea. Kingston wins tonight 36-0 over Dixon. The Ada Cougars back on the home field to take on a good Bishop Kelly team. Cougars with the ball. Quarterback Tanner Gilliam gives it to Kobe Burgess. He runs for an Ada first down. Then Bishop Kelly with it. A little wildcat formation for Jack Barkley, who fakes the handoff, and he has some room to run. There he goes, weaving his way all the way into the end zone for the BK touchdown. Then Bishop Kelly with it again. Barkley hands it off to Zach Middleton, but it's a Cougar defender, Zach Carroll, who comes up and makes the big hit. But Kelly gets the win 20-0 over Ada. The Medill Wildcats play at home tonight against McLeod. McLeod strikes first with a little trickery of their own. Tyler Jones with a backward pass throws it down to Brandon Vinson for the Redskin touchdown. Later, Medill's defense makes a play. Asa Robertson gets the interception here. Nice play by that Wildcat defense. Then Medill threatening to score. Robertson making plays on both sides of the ball. Takes it on the quarterback keeper into the end zone. Medill gets the win tonight, 41-35. Great game there. Coming up, the Marietta Indians take on Tishomingo. Wynnewood plays at home, so does Caddo. And how about this one? The Plainview Indians looking to bounce back against the rival Lone Grove Longhorns. That's next. Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. You know, the Plainview Indians suffered a tough loss last week against district rival Sulphur. Tonight, they try to get back on track against rival Lone Grove. Travis Buckner out at that one tonight.
Yeah, David, you mentioned it. A tough loss last week for the Plainview Indians, but of course they wanted to bounce back against their rivals, the Lone Grove Longhorns, here tonight.
It's the 5-mile feud between the Plainview Indians and the Lone Grove Longhorns. On the opening kickoff of the game, it's Blake Nowell receiving the kick. He makes some moves and finds a crease, and he's off to the races. A different week, but the same result. Nowell finds the end zone, and the Indians go up by 7. Now on the ensuing kickoff, it's Lone Grove's Isaac Poole taking the kick. He finds an opening, and he would take it all the way up to the 50-yard line, setting the Longhorns up in great field position. But the Indians would get the ball back and march their way down into the red zone, where Jackson Clemens caps off their drive with a 2-yard touchdown run, and Plainview goes up by 2 scores. Still in the first, Tyson Aljabara gets the handoff, makes a couple of moves in the backfield, finds a hole and takes it 17 yards to pay dirt, and just like that, the Indians are up 21-0. Now in the second, Brock Parham drops back and finds Clemens on a screen pass, and Clemens gets airborne, jumps over a defender, and that would set the Indians up inside the 5. Later, Plainview threatening to score again, Parham drops back to pass, and he finds Blake Nowell for the 25-yard pitch and catch, and that's his second score of the night.
So football is a 3-aspect sport: offense, defense, and special teams. And tonight, the Plainview Indians really showed up on all 3 aspects, winning 49-6 in this one. Blake Nowell, again, his second return for a touchdown in a row, and the Plainview Indians advanced now to 6-1. And it looks like they get to claim this victory as well as bragging rights for the next year in this rivalry between the Lone Grove Longhorns and the Plainview Indians. Reporting live at Plainview High School, Travis Buckner, Sports 12.
All right, thanks, Travis. Plainview with a big bounce-back week. The Tishomingo Indians and Marietta Indians both came into district playing some pretty good football, but the early part of the district season has been kind of tough on those two. If either is to make a run, tonight becomes very important for both squads. Tishomingo makes the trip over to Marietta for this one. Tishomingo with it here in the second. Quarterback Matt Justice finds his receiver in the flats, but it's a double pass, and Birchwood is wide open in the end zone. That brings Tish to within 14-6. But here comes Marietta. High snap, but Carlos Wibby brings it down, keeps it himself, gets a big gain here for the first down. Then later in the drive, Wibby on the keeper. This time he is going to take it all the way to the house, and Marietta gets the win tonight, 45-18 over Tishomingo. We go out to Colgate. The Wildcats bring in the Davis Wolves for a big district showdown. First quarter, Davis's Devin Gregg takes the pitch on the outside. He will hit the corner and hit the end zone for the touchdown. First score of the game, Davis up 6-0. Second quarter, Colgate quarterback Austin Lambert looking deep for Austin Crank. He's there to make the beautiful over-the-shoulder catch deep into Davis territory. Then when the half winding down, Davis's Jared Brown makes a big sack here on 4th down to keep the Wildcats drive stalled. However, Colgate would have a furious comeback and win this one 20-6. So Colgate with another big win. The Wynnewood Savages take on Wewoka tonight. Wynnewood would score first. Running back Donchez Patterson breaking some tackles and has a nose for the end zone, gets in there for Wynnewood. Then Wewoka would answer back. Quarterback Kobe Stevens back to pass, finds Tyler King over the middle for the touchdown. Wynnewood goes back to work. Patterson again follows his blockers around the corner. He'll get into the end zone. Wynnewood gets the win in this one, 48-38. Well, coming up, we still have some scores to go through from other games tonight. Plus, there's a lot of football on the way tomorrow night, including games for Sherman and Denison. That's next on this special Thursday Night Blitz. Well, welcome back. You know, we have a lot more games coming up tomorrow, starting with the Sherman Bearcats, who have a great opportunity to reestablish themselves as a real playoff contender if they're able to get by Texas High. Texas High just 2-5, but have played a tough schedule. Sherman has to be encouraged by the fact that Texas High was unable to beat McKinney North, a team that Sherman has already beaten. But J.D. Martinez says there's a lot of speed on that field that the Bearcats are going to have to contend with.
We want to definitely get another win this week to help us get in position for a playoff push. So I think that this comes at a great opportunity for us to be able to play Texas High, you know, here at home. Conditions may be a little bit muddy, which will be great because they're very, very fast. So it may help us out some.
The Denison Yellow Jackets are gearing up for a big district showdown with Frisco, a team that has seemingly come out of nowhere to become a playoff contender. The Raccoons were 0-10 last year, but this year they're off to a 4-1 start in district, including a win last week against Lake Dallas. Chad Rogers says he knew Frisco would be a formidable opponent this year.
They're a little bit better than the media thought they were.
Okay.
They're not better than what we thought they were going to be. They had a lot of people back. They weren't very successful last year, but they've all grown up. They had a really good freshman class that constituted a bunch of sophomores. They've got some sophomores playing in some key positions.
All right, take a look at the scoreboards now. Allen with a win tonight. Poto also wins 17-6 over Broken Bow. Caddo, tough night for the Bruins. They lose 50-0 the final in that one. Wetumpka with the win there. It was Hugo with a big win on the road. They beat Heavener tonight 49-28, so a nice win for them. Idabel wins 37-22. They get Stigler tonight. Tipton over Maysville 50-6 the final in that one. It was Sulphur with another win. Jim Dixon has got them going 42-7. They beat Marlow tonight, so another nice win for the Bulldogs. Wilson just short on the road against Empire tonight, 28-12 the final in that one. And it was Walters over Velma Alma, 47-6 the final there. It was a big night of high school football. The big winners tonight, the Ardmore Tigers get the win against Duncan, a game where Duncan may have started fast, but Ardmore finished the deal to win that one 34-7. We will have all your scores and highlights for tomorrow's Friday night games tomorrow on the Friday Night Blitz. See you.